And you always talk about getting into receiving mode as well. And genuinely, like this year, I almost feel that. And you look back maybe in your 20s and it's like push, push, push.
Yeah.
Whereas now maybe I'm seeing that. Can you maybe tell me a little bit about that? Because I'm fascinated by that.
Yeah, so that might be another unconventional thing. I don't like the word manifestation per se. I prefer receiving mode, getting into receiving mode, because I realize we don't have to get it. Like even Alan Watts said that. Like as soon as you try to get it, you lose it. And I've experienced that firsthand. I've had experiences where I've gotten into a state of of bliss, of consciousness, of awareness, and my mind kicks in with thought, and I try to get back to that, and I can't. And then I realize, okay, I can't, and I just settle back into myself, and boom, I have it again. It's like, oh, we can't go and get it. We have to allow ourselves to receive it. And again, back to me, we have to let go of everything that's in the way of it. So if you let go of everything that's not truth, what are you left with? Truth. So you have to let go of everything that's in the way. So there's a couple of steps to getting into receiving mode. You don't just say, I want to be in receiving mode. Like, how do you
Mm.
get to receiving mode? Well, it starts with, you have to let go. You have to identify and recognize everything that's not you, everything that you've collected, the burdens, the doubts, the stories, the beliefs. You have to acknowledge all the stuff you've collected. You have to acknowledge the trauma. You have to acknowledge the pain. You have to acknowledge the hurt. You have to acknowledge all that journey. And you have to identify what you have to let go of and what's really you. And then you let go of that and you start to heal that. And there's different, ways of doing that, modalities to do that, and just working through it. When you've done that, you've created some space now, because you were full with all this stuff.
Yeah.
And now you've healed, like you've acknowledged, you recognize that's not me. And then you let it go. And now you have space. And then you start with that space, you start to seek your truth, your vision. What's my vision? So that's another unconventional one. Like, I think goals are a waste of time in the big picture. Goals should only facilitate the vision. Goals are pixels, little pixels, to make the screen of the vision clearer, the picture. They're puzzle pieces in the whole picture. Goals and targets should facilitate the vision. The vision is your North Star. That's all that matters. So when you get clear on the vision of what do I truly want with my imagination and my heart, so not just what I think I want superficially, but like I can feel it in my body. I can touch it, taste it, hear it, smell it, feel it. That's what I truly want. And that version of want, I believe, is already yours, because that's why you can feel it. You can't imagine yourself without it almost. So it's already yours. So now you have the space, now you create the vision. The mistake most people make is they try to create the vision without the healing and letting go, which means a lot of the stuff they think they want is illusion. It's not what they really want. It's just what they've been told or they've convinced themselves they want. So the healing is so important. The letting go is so important first. But then the vision from truth is like, I can see, I can touch it, I can taste it, I can smell it, I can feel it. It just feels like that's where I belong. That's who I am. Like when I listen to Jim Rohn, that's me. That's me. I just knew it. And now I'm living a version of that, my version of that. But when I first heard him, I just knew in my heart it was already done. It's just, how do I get there? What have I to let go of? What have I to, take action on? So once you do that, now your brain is seeking that. And it's important. You feel it in your body. You're matching that frequency, that vibration. You're moving, you're being pulled. It's magnetic. And anyone listening knows they've been pulled to things before. From there, then you receive insights. Okay, so when you have clarity, when you're seeking with intention, now you can get insights. And we know the brain learns through insights. There's a global shift in the brain when you get an insight. And you're like, oh, that's a good idea. And maybe I should do that. And then I'll do this. And maybe I should do this course or write this book or go to this event. And then once you trust that insight, it's called inspired action, because it's coming from the insight, from the vision, from the truth, right? So once you've let go, you've cleared away the debris, you've created a space, then you get the insight. Then you trust yourself to take the action. So that's part of getting to know yourself. And that's a lot of the work I do, is, get to know yourself. You trust yourself. That's the inspired action. Like, you don't question it. Should I do it? No, that came to me. I got to trust that. And then you get into receiving mode, because even the insights are receiving mode, and the insights move you towards what your mission is, your purpose is, your vision, your truth. And that's how you go from getting what you think you want to receiving things you didn't even know you wanted. So like, don't focus on magic when there's miracles out here. Like, we want to create magic, but we can receive miracles if we can get into receiving mode. And that's the biggest difference. And that's the path, I think, for what I've seen,
Yeah.
that works.